Welcome again. So we are going to look at our second scenario whereby we are dealing with cases where the lungs or the actual lungs have not been given. And for us to be able to tackle this kind of questions, we usually assign the highest value position number 1, or you can decide to do the other way around by assigning the lowest value as position number 1. So the moment you have decided that you are going to use the first scenario or the first case whereby you are assigning the highest position the highest value position number 1, you're supposed to stick to the same method in all the values that you are dealing with in that particular question. So, and for us to be able to solve that kind of a question whereby we have not been given the actual lungs, there are some steps that you usually follow, and these are the steps. Number 1, we have to rank the values of both variables. If at all maybe like you have two variables that you are dealing with, maybe like a x or y, or maybe like you have mathematics and maybe like a chemistry, we have maybe like a physics, mathematics, we have accountancy, we have quantitative analysis or quantitative methods. You have to make sure that you have been able to rank the values over the two variables that you are dealing with, and then from there you need to come up with a column that will show the difference between the two ranks, and that is our D column. And D column is obtained by taking R1 minus R2, and then from there you need to square the differences. Once you square the differences, you are going to get D squared. The moment you are going to get the values on the D squared column and then you add them all, they are going to give you summation over D squared column. And then from there you substitute the formula and you calculate R. And our R, remember, it is our Spearman rank correlation coefficient. So you have been given this question. We have X values learning from 85, 78 all the way to 60. We have our Y values learning from 82, 75 all the way to 50. Remember, in the previous video, I told you the moment you have been given the data that has been arranged horizontally, it is up to you to arrange it vertically. And then from there, you apply the formula so that you can get the correct answer. So in this case, because you have X values, you have Y values, I have decided to arrange them vertically like this way. We have the X values, we have 85, 78 all the way to 60, and these are the X values, 85, 78 all the way to 60. The second row, which is Y row, we have 82, 75 all the way to 58. I have been able to arrange the values on the Y column, starting from 82, 75 all the way to 58. So I've told you, the moment you have done so, now you need to do what? To give the positions of the lungs to each and every value. And for me, because we have agreed that for you to be able to solve this question, you can tackle this question in two ways. Number 1, you can decide to assign the highest value position number 1 or the lowest value position number 1. So in this case, because on the X column, you can see that we have 85, 78 all the way to 60. So I have decided to come up with R1 column, and this R1, it is the ranking by that has been made on the values on the X column. So I have decided that I'm going to assign 85 position number 1 because it is the highest value as compared to all these other values on the X column. So the second one, after 85, we have 78. So I've been able to assign it position number 2. And then from there, after 78, you can see that 65, it is less than 70. So meaning 70, it is going to take position number 3. And then from there, we have 65 and then we have 60. So 65, it is higher than 60, so we are going to assign this on position number 4, and of course this one is going to take position number 5. So we need to come up with ranking 2, and our ranking 2, we are going to rank all these elements on the Y column, and I can see the highest value here we have it as 82, so it is going to take position number 1, and it is followed by 75, so 75 is going to take position number 2. Then we have 72, 72 is going to take position number 3. We have 68, so it is going to take position number 4, and of course this one is going to take position number number 5. Having done that, because we have said you need to rank the values of both variables. So I've been able to rank the values for this variable x and variable y, and then you find the difference between the two ranks. So the difference, we give it this letter D, so meaning I'm supposed to come up with the D column, and it is obtained by taking what? R1 minus R2. So we have our R1 is 1 and our R2 is 1. So 1 minus 1 is supposed to give you 0. 2 minus 2 is supposed to give you 0. 4 minus 4 is supposed to give you 0. 3 minus 3, 0. 5 minus 5, it is 0. Then, having done that, we go to step number 3. We have been told that we are supposed to square the differences so that we can be able to get D squared. So I need to come up with a D squared column. And for me to be able to get the values on the D squared column, I need to do what? To square the elements on the D column. So 0 squared supposed to give me 0. 0 squared is 0. 0 squared, it is 0. 0 squared, that is 0. 0 squared, it is 0. So then from there, we go to step number 4. You find summation of D squared. Summation, I told you, it means finding the total. So in this particular case, if I add all these elements on the D squared column, they are going to give me summation over D squared. So, and in this case, it is 0. So now, after you have done that, now you need to apply the formula. And I told you that R equals 1 minus 6 summation of D squared minus, all over n cubed minus n. Remember, our n, I told you it is the number of observation. So in this particular case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So our n in this case is 5. So we are going to apply the formula. We have 1 minus 6. Remember, summation of D squared, it is this one, which is 0. Here it is 0. So then from there, you divide by n cubed. So our n, remember, it is 5. So it is 5 cubed minus 5. So this one is 1. Here we have 1 minus 6 times 0. It's supposed to give you 0 over 5 cubed. That is 5 times 5 times 5. That is 125. 125 minus 5, it is 120. So 0 divided by 120, it is supposed to be 0. So we have 1 minus 0, which is 1. And because this is positive 1, this one, it is positive 1, which is our R, which is our R, that is R is equals to positive 1. So the comment that you're supposed to give, I told you, the moment you get your answer is positive 1. Positive 1. So you can say that there is a perfect positive correlation that exists between variable x and y. If it was negative 1, you could have said there is a perfect negative correlation between these two variables. If you have gotten your R as 0, so the answer could have been there is no relationship that exists between x and y. So in our next item, we are going to look at a case where we have equal ranks or tie in ranks. So keep posted, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you like and you share with the rest. Thank you so much.